Well, it's another day. PSG won the Champions League final, which means I have more time to find a Nusa before Arsenal wins the Champions League. Thank you, Paris. But in the meantime, it's another episode of Big Bobby's Macchiato. I'm Bledon. You should know this by now. And today I have another guest on the show. His name is Petrit Kerçi, Albanian by blood, from a small village in Shqipe near Lushnje. But he was born and raised in Greece. He now lives in the U.S., pursuing a goal to become a cardiologist. He used to do wrestling back then. He enjoys playing chess and smoking cigars. My type of guy. Just finished writing a mini book about a new generation of cigar smokers. I gotta buy that one day. And hopefully, as he says, he's gonna look to move back home and become an olive and tobacco farmer. Very interesting goals from this man. Petrit, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Man, first of all, what got you into cigars?
Well, funny enough, originally I got into cigars because I was introduced by a doctor from it. Funny enough. Yeah. And, I didn't really think of them much back in the day. I did, think they're interesting, but because I didn't know how to smoke a cigar before, I inhaled. I ended up coughing my lungs out, and I said, "I'm not doing this again."
Yeah.
A few months later, I ended up going with a buddy of mine, going to a cigar lounge, and I swear, as soon as we walked in there, the aroma itself, I was like, "Wow, this will be our new hobby for sure."
Wow. I had a similar experience, but instead of with cigars, it was with hookah or shisha.
Yeah, I mean, we all start there, especially Balkans. Yeah.
I remember the first time I was 17 years old. I was with my cousins in Podiev. We just went to Riksa Shisha Bar in the Shesha Podiev, and we just had a fun time.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if have you smoked shisha in America too?
Yes, I actually do have a shisha in my house.
Oh, you do? Okay, but I don't know if you've noticed this, but the shishas in the Balkans, like Kosovo, Albania, dude, they are way, way better.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
Honestly, I just can't wait to, in a month and a half, I'll be in Kosovo. The day after I land, one thing I just want to do is just go to my favorite shisha bar in Pristina, probably because it's literally on the other side of the street where my apartment is, and just chill and relax there.
Wait a second, you're originally from Pristina?
Well, I was born in U.S., but my dad is from Pristina and my mom's from Podiev, but my family has an apartment there.
Well, message me that place because I'm actually, funny enough, going to Pristina in 2 weeks. So
no way. Okay, all right. I gotta send the address. But wow. Oh, do you know what you're gonna do in Pristina?
Well, I've been there once before, but I was only there for 5 days, and I was not expecting it to be how it was. I was blown away. The construction that's happening there.
Oh yeah.
Have you even been in the big mall they have there?
No, guess what? So the new Pristina Mall, I tried to get there. I couldn't get there because me and my cousins, we couldn't figure out which bus to take.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were having trouble, so we just ended up going to the smaller Albanian Mall.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but Pristina Mall is actually pretty far from the city.
Yeah, it is pretty far.
Yeah, which I'm gonna try to go again this time, but I'm not sure how that works. I'll be better planned for sure.
Yeah. I think it's called Fush Pristina or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah. The mall is Pristina Mall, and the only Fush nearby is Fush Kosovo.
Fush Kosovo. Oh, okay. But yeah, and I used last year. I was using a thing called. My girlfriend actually told me about it. It's called Blue Taxi.
Oh, and yeah, that's one of the many taxi companies in this.
Yeah.
I will say, as more of a Pristina myself. Recently, I just ended up taking the city bus. It's cheap. It's 50 cents one way, so.
50 cents?
Yeah, for one ride.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep that in mind then.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, not to promote. I mean, I'm not sponsored by Trafico Urban, but 50 cents one way, 80 cents for a day pass, and then you could get a monthly pass for less than 20 euros.
Wow.
Which I may do that considering I'm going to be in Kosovo for over a month.
Good, 100%. I'll definitely do that as well. Probably that's very good.
Yeah, but because last time I was in Pristina was 2 years ago. Last time I was in Kosovo, And like any, self-respecting good HR, I also did dental work while I was there. And leaving the dentist from the Arboria neighborhood, looking towards the city center, there's just a lot of stuff going on. Like, I can't wait to see some of the new things when I go again.
Yeah, for sure. I really wanted to go and see. I'm definitely going to swing by Rugov. I really have to go through there.
Oh yeah.
And I would also like to visit Adem Yashar's house as
Oh yeah,
well.
and Precaz, yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much. I'm gonna be chilling around there
Oh
most of the
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. Rugov, yeah, that's like westwards from Pristina. So
Yeah,
yeah, but back to that cigar story. Chilling at cigar lounges, and then you just fell in love with that.
yeah. I fell in love with cigars. The aroma itself, just I don't know what it is about it. It was striking, and then I ended up incorporating because the cigar lounge I go to, due to COVID, that when it happened, the business is pretty bad right now. So that
Oh.
not a lot of people show in the lounge. And so what I ended up doing is grabbing some of my books and actually studying there while smoking cigars. And not only is it a vibe, but the nicotine itself, allows you to focus, and it's just amazing.
I wish
I
I
love
had that during my finals.
it.
That or a shisha bar, like, because I go to university half an hour away from where I live in Whitewater, Wisconsin, and there's not that much outside the campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, I wish, because like the only like shisha hookah type lounges are like in bigger cities, whether it's like Madison, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or in Chicago.
Yeah, yeah, that's the big trouble about it. And us living in the U.S., we have a curse when it comes to cigar smoking, and that curse is that although we have an amazing time smoking a cigar, vibing with someone
Hmm.
else smoking a cigar, the issue here is that any restaurant you would love to go out to,
Mm,
all the state does not allow
yeah.
25, 50 feet away from there. To just smoke.
Hmm.
And that's unfortunate, but I'm bringing some with me to Kosovo, and over there they're actually cool people. So
Oh yeah. I mean, I just miss the vibe of just like you're just at a cafe with your friends. It's either morning, daytime, evening, night, or even you're just with the boys, just right straight out of the club. You're just at a cafe having one last macchiato. Everybody's lining up, and you're just vibing.
yeah, this is how you do it.
Hmm.
That's the night.
And even if it's a cafe, it can be a place as random as Hip Petrol.
It could be. It could be. It doesn't matter. It's just
I mean, because you gotta understand, like Wisconsinites, they always rave about this one gas station brand, Quick Trip. Hip Petrol's light years ahead. 24 hours, the cafe and restaurant is open. You can order food, and then a waiter comes out, an actual waiter.
yeah, yeah. We just live different there. We have a better life there,
Yeah,
socially.
yeah.
Now,
So yeah.
the other stuff is a catastrophe on its own, but
Oh my
socially,
god.
great life.
Yeah, but yeah. Other than cigars, like what things about like back home that really just make you miss it? I mean, it's probably the same stuff that makes me miss home as well.
I mean, most likely. But to be honest with you, I recently changed my opinion this year about that, because before I would be like, who would want to live America? America is the country of all, the top of the top. But then the way this country is going, especially politically, I've been looking into just how the overall system of this country
Mm-hmm.
has just fallen apart. And to me, my mentality is, you know what? I have land back home. So
Yeah.
if I'm going to live in a crappy country, I might as well live in my country, my crappy country.
Mm-hmm.
And at least there I have my family, I have my land, I can grow my own things and just enjoy it. But until then, obviously, that's for the distant future.
Yeah.
Until then, I have to um, get my career going, pay all the loans that have up to
Yeah.
here, and after that, I'll discuss with like my girl or wife at the time.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been getting that same feeling as well. As just although my situation is a little different. Like my family we don't rent our room, but we own it. It's a crazy backstory. So the tower was my parents' house, but then when the Serbs burned it down during the war, My dad sold the lot to a developer, and he gave us a free room.
Nice.
And it's not that far from downtown Pristina.
Even better then.
Yeah, like, it's not far from the downtown area of Pristina. It's just a short bus ride, or it's not that far. You can easily walk there. And yeah, and I still have, quite a bit of family back home. Sure, some of my relatives are moving to the US, but especially like, after talking with them and them seeing like the reality of like, like they're not seeing New York, Chicago, America. No. They're seeing middle Midwestern America.
Yes.
And all the problems that they experience and a lot of the stuff that frustrates me is like, yeah, I'm like thinking, it was like, okay, if I'm done with university and if I could get a media job back home, whether it's like, TV, radio, or even online, give me my kufer. I'm taking out that second passport and I'm flying one way.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for that mentality at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dream. If that's your dream, and doing it back home would be just.
Cause like the previous guest on this show, he was a little bit skeptical of my ideas, and that is something I just question a lot. Is like, yes, there's problems back home. There's problems going on right now with what's happening in Vlor, but if we just all stay outside of home, what's gonna be fixed? Nothing. And especially recently with Vlora, like I've been telling other Albanians, our generation, we got to do something now, or else we're not gonna have a home.
You know what? That I've spoken with my boys about this, and you are 100% right with that. And my philosophy has been for the past year that the only way that our country can truly make a change is if we can somehow get 20-30% of the Albanian population in the US to go back and start a change, because the people that live there are either old people in retirement waiting to just die. There are young people that are trying to get out actively, and the rest of the people there are people that have a bad situation. They're stuck, and then you have the majority, which are a bunch of excuse my language, but idiots that are running the place. So we really need to get people from the outside to go back in, but it's a difficult task to do.
Yeah, I mean, heck, although like when I claimed my Kosovo citizenship, I got it pretty easily. Actually, yeah. When sorry, the connection stopped for a moment, but when I got my Kosovo citizenship, although it was easy for me, but I've heard stories of other people in the diaspora having a rough time getting it. And it's like. It was like, I'm thankful that I was able to get, you may not see, but I'm showing in my Kosovo passport that I have right here. Which, funny enough, this is the only passport I use when I enter in Kosovo. Just this. I don't even use my US one. I only use my US one when I'm leaving Chicago and coming back. But when I get in Kosovo, I just use this.
Nice.
And it's like, and one thing is, when my aunt, who works in like the local Pristina municipal building, her colleagues who work in document processing, when they found out that I wanted to get my Kosovo ID and passport, they were all happy.
Of course.
I mean, and I've seen other Albanians grew up in the diaspora. They're moving back home. Whether it's those online, there's one online, this wonderful, amazing lady, Ariana Krasniqi, who makes educational videos about our history and culture. She moved back to Kosovo from Norway or somewhere. No, Denmark.
Right?
And it's,
a lot of us are doing that, and the mentality of the new generation is definitely changing to go back. Which a part of me is very proud of that. We have a lot of educated people outside of Albania, and I hope we can go back, businessmen or whoever else, just go back and fix that country. Because as you mentioned about Vlor, it's not just Vlor, but Vlor is something people are picking up on recently. The country's being sold off, and we are treated like cattle. I mean, if you think about it, no offense to any members of the podcast that watch Big Brother, but we are being fed poison.
Oh my gosh. I you know what? I hate Big Brother. I want that show canceled. And honestly, I just got sick and annoyed at that show. It's like, why? Why is this needed? It's just it's showing us that we're just drama hungry.
Yeah, yeah, and it also they kind of are making fun of us in front of our face, saying, "You guys are sheep. We're gonna feed you this, and you're not gonna do anything about it. This is
Yeah,
your
yeah,
and it's working. That's the sad part. It's working.
yeah. And I'm just like, it's like, and the problem that I tend to see is trying to get other people at the diaspora is, and it's also there's also I know there's some like regional tension between Albanians from different regions because me being from Kosovo in the Midwestern area, especially northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, a lot of the Albanians in that area are from Macedoni,
Mm.
and while their situation is a lot harder compared to us in Kosovo and Shqipni, especially when it comes to rights, it's kind of hard to like talk to. Is like, okay, you want to go back home, you want to have a life there, but we have to start doing something. And I feel
Mm.
like, a lot of them either are too afraid to speak out or just not as enthusiastic. Unfortunately, I'm seeing, a lot of them and I'm just like, what, why you're going on with this mentality? It's going to lead to nowhere.
Agreed. I
And,
totally agree.
we were able to do action in the past. Look at the activism that we did bringing support to Kosovo during the war.
Mhm.
It was many of the diaspora was sending money back home. They were speaking to their governments abroad.
Yes.
We could do the same.
Oh, we definitely can. We definitely can, and I think our people need to wake up, and they are waking up. But I think the more the merrier. Because I mean, I remember speaking with this friend of mine from Chicago, and
Oh,
he was very Americanized, and I wore my police,
oh yeah.
and he was like, "Hey, are you Jewish?" And I said, "Excuse me." He says, "Are you Jewish? Like I've seen that hat before." And I'm like,
This was
"My
another
friend
Albania guy.
was another Albanian guy."
What?
From the south, yeah, and I was like, my friend, are you kidding me? Your parents haven't taught you? This is the traditional hat we wear. I thought he was messing with me, but he was he was
Oh
for
my,
real.
cool mud. Oh my gosh.
He was younger. He was like I think
Okay.
high school age, but still though, it. What are those parents doing?
Yeah, and it's like although I grew up like in probably like Midwest, which I consider to be like prime America, I don't feel that American. Always, I was always known in school as, oh, it's the Albanian.
Well, yeah, you're hold down to your roots. That's a beautiful thing.
I mean, heck, during middle school and high school, because I was Albanian, like my middle school, they had a wall of flags of like every other person's, country. There was the Albanian and Kosovo flag. Same
Oh
thing
yeah.
with my university and such. Heck, even like the com department of my university, which I am a student of, they gave me the diversity award last year for being Albanian.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because I was like, because I kept talking about, Albania and also soccer during the sports show, talking about, the European stuff.
Mm.
Because if you're wondering what team I support, I do support Liverpool, which thank goodness Arne Slot's gone.
I'm a Liverpool fan, dude.
Oh, that is awesome. Hold on. Hold on. Whoa, that is amazing.
Wow. Totally not expected.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I would bring up my Liverpool Shqipe shirt, but it no longer fits.
Yeah. Did you watch the game today, PSG and
Oh,
actually?
I was only able to watch the first half. I was at work.
Oh God, I think that game was so not
Yeah,
worth the watch.
yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know. It felt kind of boring. In fact, the pregame broadcast was more entertaining than the game.
yeah, I don't know. That game did not seem right.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm so disappointed we couldn't make it in the World Cup, man. And
I
that's
know.
and I was rooting for Kosovo, dude. Kosovo.
Home. We were
Oh,
playing at home. Ugh. But the thing
yeah.
is, like, while playing at home, there is a home field advantage. But because our stadium is so small, the players can hear everything the fans are saying.
Well, I don't think that's an excuse. Like if you saw the Bosnian game, they have
Yeah.
a worse than we do,
Yeah.
and I
Oh,
mean they dominated Italy penalties wise, but
yeah. I mean, but to be fair, Italy sucks now.
Yeah, it does.
But
But I'm rooting for Bosnia now, because I have some Bosnian friends here,
oh,
and
nice.
they will be going to Canada, and some will be going to LA to watch the games. So I wonder if that.
I'm only rooting for this country because one of my friends is from there, but I'm going for England.
You're going for England?
Yeah. I have an English friend. Shout out to a recurring guest on the show, Joe Richardson. I'm rooting for you, Joe.
But yeah, that's crazy though. You're a Liverpool fan. You enjoy cigars. I was not expecting this.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a Liverpool fan since a kid. I mean, although I kind of sad Salah's leaving, considering last year I bought a Salah shirt.
Oh, yeah, I know. But it happens.
Yeah.
What can we do? But yeah, so your goal, so your ultimate goal is to actually go back and
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Because I have an apartment there. I still have my Kosovo phone number on my phone. I just turned the eSIM off because now Kosovo, like here they have eSIM. You can manage your account online.
I did not know.
Yeah, which if you're wondering who I use, I do use IPCO. Which although I like it, when it does slow down, in my head I'm just like. And if you're wondering who said that was Johan Flatterall. Yeah. But I can look at my balance, look at my account.
Oh,
update.
I see. Yeah.
I mean, it's developed so fast. Like I didn't even know until recently because has Apple Pay now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like last time I won, I used it to get money out of the ATM.
Oh, well, that's convenient. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's convenient. I'm out of Edo, Bancomat, boom, got my cash.
And are you planning on going in the near future, or this is something distant you're thinking about?
Honestly, I am not really sure. I do want it to happen. I want to do it before I turn 30. That's for sure.
Oh wow, that's ambitious.
Yeah,
good.
Pretty ambitious, but I notice a lot of the young Albanians now are getting really ambitious with a lot of stuff.
For me, my realistic goal for me to move back, which would be my biggest dream, I was thinking 45 or 50. Yeah, so because I also have the loan payments I have to deal with and a bunch of other things. So
yeah,
they're holding me back for sure. But
that's like from university and such.
Yeah, but mostly for medical school there.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. But it is what it is, I'm happy I found the cigar hobby at least. That's helped me kind of calm down and kind of lay back a little bit. So
yeah. For me, yeah, it's either like that shisha or just like going to the gym kind of calms me down.
Good. Speaking of the gym, I probably have to head back because I let myself go this past year. I've gained a lot of pounds. It's not good.
Dude, I understand that feeling. It's like, especially my most recent semester, especially with my busy schedule, not only with classes, but also like other student things like being in student media, like radio and such. Like, I had spent so much days just getting tired, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you with that.
Like I get home from school, whether it's like from a long day of classes or a radio work, I just get home just like, pritolos mishko
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're in a similar state.
I know. Pretty depressing state, but we're managing.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, sooner or later we're gonna be back in the homeland having fun.
Amen to that.
Yeah, which honestly, like thinking about, especially just Kosovo, because that's where I spend most of my time back home. I mean, I do occasionally go to Shqipe or Macedonia and such.
Okay.
Yeah, but mostly
I never been to Macedonia before. How is it there?
Honestly, the only place I've been in Macedonia was Matka Canyon near Shqipe. Which is honestly a beautiful place. It's awesome.
I bet. They have good a beautiful environment there.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yeah, where when I went there 4 years ago, yeah, I mean the water was like crystal clear, and when we did one of those tours, we did a boat ride and we walked inside of a cave.
Wow. You should also visit. Have you ever been to Surikaltat in Saran?
No, I actually never been to the south.
Oh man, you gotta visit. I wouldn't recommend spending a lot of time at the beach, but I would definitely recommend visiting the other areas of it.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Yeah, yeah, I do want to go to the south, but like I don't know what to do there, and don't have that. I don't have enough Southern Albanian friends to guide me.
Well, as long as you grab a group of people,
Hmm.
just go there, visit, take a risk. It's nice. Just try not to get scammed. A lot
Yeah,
of people there. You got to be careful.
I mean, it kind of reminds me a bit of Kosovo at times, just trying to be careful, especially with those like taxis. Like, always go with a taxi that has a meter. Don't go with those shady ones. You're 100% getting ripped off.
Let me tell you something though.
Hmm.
Being in Albania and being in Kosovo for me, very different.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what.
All right.
In Albania, for example, when you walk in the street, and I've wanted to ask for directions or something, 80% of the time, the other guy will lock eyes with you and be like, "What do you want? Çfarë Kush jeti?" But when I went to Kosovo, I was expecting the same reaction because I was trying to find a hotel and it was like midnight and there's this guy from Kosovo, tall dude, like strong
Yeah.
guy, and I was like, "Well, crap, I might get mugged, I might not. I don't know. Let's do it, whatever." And I said, "I don't know anyone else here. My battery's low. I'm gonna just ask him. Who cares? If it happens, it happens." So I
Yeah.
asked him, and he was the nicest guy ever. He was like, "Na Shqipnia, po thashë." Oh, na I çfarë
Oh.
and then I was asking for directions, and I even woke up the next day, 6 a.m. in the morning, to kind of learn where I can get water and stuff because first time in Pristina,
Yeah.
and I went to a police officer. Asked for directions, and we had end up having like a 40-minute to 1 hour conversation. And I was like, police officers here are so nice. Wow.
Wow. Honestly, that's one thing that both makes me proud, but also sad. Where you mentioned those problems in Shipney,
Mm,
but it's like where our people have had a rough history, especially in the last century. But with
yes.
Kosovo, especially at our worst, during the middle of the war, somehow we still were able to make huge progress, at times faster progress than Shipney itself. And I'm just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is honestly a, it's a phenomenon because that is how I felt. Where the first time I was in Tehran, I was kind of excited, but my uncle at the worm was like, okay, say like I should have talked too much to avoid those types of issues. Where if I was in Kosovo, like I could go by myself anywhere.
Yeah. 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 Kosovo is well, at least Pristina, because I haven't seen any other parts, but Pristina for me, the people are amazing, and I will always say this, and my dad always said this. He said, right now,
Hmm.
Kosovo, or rather Dardani, he says
Yes.
Dardanët janë njerëzit më patriot shqiptar se sa
Yeah.
shqiptar në Shqipni.
Hmm.
And that's true. And he's
Yeah.
right because we are patriotic, you and I.
Yeah.
But we're in the US. We're seeking to go back. But back home, the patriotism, especially in Albania, has faded.
Yeah.
Predominantly in the south too.
Ah.
Northern Albania is different. Northern Albania is different. Like Krui is they're nice people there and everything. The south, the tourist areas especially, you just I don't know, man. You get a 50-50 chance of meeting someone good.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Okay, because you mentioned like the village near Lushnia. Like I'm trying to picture a map, but I'm not.
Lushnia is in the middle of Albania, on the western side.
Oh.
I originate from a village called Spolat,
Hmm.
and that is where I want to go back to eventually. But Lushnia is a nice place. Well, never mind. Lushnia is not a nice place when it comes to people are great in Lushnia. The problem in Lushnia is like the roads are crappy, everything
Ah.
else
Yeah.
is not upkept very good. Especially the hospitals there are a catastrophe.
Oh my.
But yeah, I would say Kosovo or Pristina rather is very advanced compared to a lot of parts of Albania, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It, and it's like, especially like that advancement, like, especially like comparing the times where I've been to Kosovo, like, I know his progress got slow. 1 year, 2021, when I went in there, it was a completely different Kosovo than I remember when I was a kid. Like, the moment that I saw the road outside of my grandma's house finally got paved, I was like, something is going on. Something has happened. And it's like, so when I was looking at the history, it's like 20th century after World War II, obvious, in Shqipe, worst forms of communism happened. Sure,
Yeah.
other Albanians and Balkans had communism, where while Shqipe had the worst, the ones, like in Kosovo, Macedonia, Malezi, and Prešev, and Sanjak, had a little slightly better when it was under Yugoslavia. It's like, it was still, a messed up system. Whereas, like,
Yeah.
especially like in Kosovo, like, my dad told me, is like, yeah, you can find waiters that make more than doctors, in Yugoslav times. But even like with Yugoslav times, or how different Albanians had different rights. Like Kosovo had more rights than ones in Macedonia or Montenegro or in Preševa. Is like when communists fell in Albania, it fell pretty late in 1992, and then there was civil conflict. But like us in Kosovo, like, we also had it pretty bad because now we were being persecuted.
Mm.
But but then seeing that whole development, like, especially during the turn of the millennium, just skyrocketed Kosovo, it kind of like slowly rose and then stagnated back to Shqipni. It is something that I'm still am baffled. Like,
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's I don't know, man. Just Albania as in all is doing terribly,
yeah,
completely. Kosovo, thank God, there's still young people there that are
I
eager to
know.
better the country, and is just it's a disappointment. But because Kosovo is our only hope. That's what I
Yeah,
say. Kosovo is our only hope as Albanians.
yeah,
Think about it. The Arbresh are proud of Albania, but the Arbresh are in Italy.
yeah.
I don't think they're going to move anytime soon.
No.
The Arnaut in Turkey, they've completely lost identity, most of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Arvanites in Greece, you call them Greek now, they're going to just shoo you away. I mean, you call them Albanian, they'll shoo you away. They'll be like, oh, I'm not Albanian, even though Arvanit came from the word Arberor, which is literally Albanian.
Yeah.
But the government has changed their mind, brainwashed them slowly. And so the only hope that our countries have is if we return back doctors, engineers from outside, businessmen, even people with podcasts or new or reporters, everything. We need to spread good news. We need to spread facts, and we need to make a change as soon as possible. Because with the elections that happened in Albania last year, those elections were the signature that the population over there did for the beginning of our death as a country.
Yeah. And honestly, those elections last year in Shqipni itself, like, I was sad of the results. And the problem is, the opposition parties can't seem to get their act together. They can't. Whereas, even Kosovo, although Kosovo is in the middle of a snap election season due to the tension between Vevedois and the opposition parties over electing a president, even the opposition parties, the last snap election earlier, back in December, even the opposition parties at the time when Vjosa Osmani still had her term admitted defeat. I mean, people saw how Lumia Abdul realized he wasn't going to win, and he conceded.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, you have elections in Kosovo that are now being seen as more secured than once in Shqipni. And even during the snap election, like, things are still going as normal.
Yeah.
Kosovo is pretty much the only hope for Albanians worldwide. And it's like, even in the last episode that I had with Roel Domi, when we were talking about, the Albanian language protests in Macedonia, even that is being divided into two political sides. Because the two main Albanian party coalition parties in Macedonia, but the with Ali Ahmeti and Vlen coalition, they're even beefing with each other on, do they like Rama or Kurti more?
Jesus, man.
It's like, what is going on?
Yeah,
You would think something as dear as our language, the one of the oldest, if not the oldest in Europe, and yet it's being politicized.
it is. But that's the problem with
Yeah.
it. Problem with it, we politicize everything, and the big issue, especially in Albania, I cannot speak for any other parts that Albanians live in the Balkans at least. But in Albania, we have this thing where we only look for personal gain. And what happens when someone looks for personal gain? Teamwork does not exist, and projects stop in the middle. For example, I have an amazing cousin of mine. He resides in Ireland, and he's an electrical engineer. I believe he just got his doctorates on
Oh
it.
wow.
And he was involved in a project for windmills, I believe, if I remember correctly, to start windmills in Albania for
Wow.
cheaper energy. And he brought all of his colleagues, and he got them to go there. Um, but the program didn't go through because he
Mm.
invited his professor from school that he used to have in Albania and other people that were, very smart people and
Yeah.
also part in it. But he told me, Petrit, all those people from Albania were saying, how much money am I going to make? What am I going to do? Or how much money percentage will I get? So everyone was self-centered, everyone was selfish, and the project was officially shut down because of lack of teamwork and greed, complete greed. And we need to fix that as a society.
Yeah. Wow. That that's just that's just shocking. Cause like I just can't believe the state that it is right now, is like it's you want to be proud of, your homeland, but it's like before we can even get proud, this is happening. We're trying to fix it, but it's like progress is being stalled.
100%.
Whereas
100%.
whereas like in Kosovo, it's like so many of us are just like working together. It's like, and even when it comes to politics, like sure, there's heated political discussions, but it's like we still got around normally. It's like sure, especially with elections, I'm in favor of Kurti, but I have friends who are like, LDK, PDK, and all that stuff, and I'm just like, we could just let that aside and just continue working on this one thing.
100%. I agree with you. But the problem here is it's a social thing. It's a social thing, and it goes back to what I told you. It's all the capable Albanians left seeking a better life.
Mm-hmm.
And who did we leave behind? Who? Our
They're
older people, our grandmas, our grandpas. What are they going to do? They're just waiting to get the paycheck, which is nothing, by the way. It's enough for a coffee every month that they get. And most of them are fed by our money. But who is left back there to make a change? No one. That is why we have to educate our children. We have to work hard. We have to build businesses. Build businesses in a way that it can provide for us, but we can also move back and get things done
yeah,
because the country is really dying. And Kosovo so far, people are interested. They're doing pretty good. They're growing. Albania doesn't have that. Albania is in a different situation. It's not Albanians going investing there. It's people from Saudi Arabia. Um, Trump's family goes now. Has purchased so much land, including other countries that I don't want to mention.
mm-hmm.
And you also have like Chinese people. Also, Chinese investors are coming there to
Yeah,
invest as well. We have to grab control of our country, and the only reason and the only way is going into the parliament, waking up the young people, telling them this is the new party we're going to follow, not the socialist party that they have there with Edirama that completely has destroyed the country. Completely.
mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Uh, wow. Yeah. Honestly, it's like honestly, I feel like I wanted to say something, but it's like I just like have nothing to say. Of course, like even like back in the diaspora, like I even noticed, like other diasporas, who are trying to who say they're as patriotic as I am, but it's like a lot of cultural things, like and especially with history, they're just unaware.
mm,
Whereas when I explained to them because I was very fascinated with it, they're just like they couldn't believe me at first when I tried to explain certain things about our history and past. I'm just like, wait, what?
mm, yeah.
I got the honestly, I've got that reaction more than I would expect. Where even a thing as mundane as music, when I explain the meaning of certain people's favorite Albanian songs, they were just like, wait, that's what he's singing about?
Yeah.
Where, like on my TikTok, I was explaining, like, I started this new series where I'm explaining like classic Albanian songs, usually mostly from Kosovo, like artists like Sabrives Los, and Vlasalio, Dona Laloshi, that horde of stuff. And when I explained to people, outside of my, media stuff, they're just like, I had no idea that's what that song is about. Because
Yeah.
one thing about like songs from Kosovo, and I think also Shqipe as well, is like a lot of them have like a hidden deeper meaning.
Hmm.
Where, especially with like songs like old songs from Kosovo from like the 90s, 2000s, and I'm just gonna use Sinan as an example. A lot of Sinan's like top most famous songs are actually really sad in meaning. Where let's take the song Zdokim Nusa. It's a song about a man who's getting married, but he isn't marrying the woman that he loves. And I'm just like, when I found out that meaning, I was just like, oh my goodness. And I found out why that is. Back when those topics were really taboo to talk about, people were write it as a poem, and then those singers would sing those lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's just how the people evolve through it. I mean, if you think about it, even with the music industry that you just mentioned,
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a lot of Albanians where you are, but because I'm in Connecticut, what
Oh,
I know, what I noticed is that 5 years ago, most of the Albanians would not really speak about Albania,
yeah.
and I was like, oh well, that's interesting.
Huh.
And then when Dua Lipa came it
Ah.
became even more popular, and other being Albanian became a popular thing. And now they are like, whoa, I love Albania, I love Albania, I'm Albanian, this and that, which is a good thing. But to me, it's like they're repping Albania just because of its popularity right now, not
Yeah.
because they truly want to listen to. And it's not like they listen to any traditional songs. They listen to
No.
like new rap songs or pop songs that are popular
Yeah,
now. And,
like what?
yeah, but I guess it's a good step forward
Yeah,
because at least you recognize their background. But still,
honestly, like I just imagine myself, it was like, I'm with a bunch of Albanians I meet for the first time, and I play like a song from Liesha Chidi, and they're just like, wait, why you play that? I was like, what? I've been listening to his song since I was a baby.
exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
and let me tell you this, I am not gonna skip Moja Rita na Kosov. No way, no chance. I am going
Good.
to skip that song because to me that is my favorite song from him. In fact, it may just be my favorite song of all time.
Really
Yeah, Moja Rita na Kosov.
nice. It's a good song though.
I
Nice.
know, it's beautiful. It's lovely. I mean, everything from the instrumentals to where in between the courses you have that, nice, beautiful melody from that bagpipe and the chiftelia and all the percussion.
Oh yeah,
It's just
yeah.
amazing, and especially like, and even like during the verses that Ilya is singing, like even like the music in the background, like the way that it was composed, it gives a very, for me, that feeling. It's like I imagine myself, that music in the background, and I'm night in Pristina. There's a fine mist that gives the lights a nice, beautiful glow, and it's like a nice, cool breeze. And I'm wearing my favorite cologne, and I'm just having a vibrant time.
Well, that's what it's supposed to do to you,
Yeah.
and I think very beautiful music, south, north,
Oh my
uh,
gosh.
Macedonia as well, Pristina. I mean, excuse me, Kosovo, Malaysia. We produce a lot of beautiful songs, or even the songs from Chameria.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. We have very beautiful history, very beautiful culture,
Hmm.
and I want our people to learn more about it. And funny enough, I don't know if you want to know a fun fact about me, but
Go ahead.
2.5, maybe 3 years ago, I think I deleted a channel I used to have on TikTok.
No.
I still have my Instagram on there, I believe. It should be active, but it was called Illyrian Kingdoms. And I was very interested
Hmm.
in the history of Illyrians, and I would make a lot of posts about it. And a lot of people got interested in it. And I would usually go with people, and most of them, funny enough, would be Serbians and Greeks coming at me and saying, "Hey, how can you say we're not this or we're not that?" And I would say, "Well, it's pretty simple. We just have to look at historical facts that are
Mm-hmm.
backed studies, and we also have to look at your DNA haplogroups, right?
Yeah.
Because a haplogroup says a lot about a person." And I would shut a lot of people's mouth with that, because you cannot, escape facts. And I'm a fair guy. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I admit
Yeah.
it. It's not like I'm a super nationalist where imagination goes over me. But yeah, I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, cause like, and especially with music, like there was like the famous like old Arbaresh and Arvanite song "Ore Bukra More."
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I still listen to both the Arbaresh and Arvanite versions of that song because there's actually two different versions of it.
Mm.
There's the more famous Arbaresh song, but my favorite's actually the Arvanite one.
Yarvanera. That's
Yeah,
good.
where there was this like singer from Greece, but he also sings songs in the Arvanite dialect.
Mm.
And I listened to his work and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I will say, like his rendition of Moe Bukra More, that's a tearjerker.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the influence that we even had in the Greek culture is insane. The
Yeah.
Arvanites, because I haven't done history in like 3 years now, but I remember in 1200, 1300 ADs when the Arvanites migrated down there,
Mm-hmm.
and especially in the area of Attica where Athens is, and more, and we played a huge role in their history. I mean, we even helped with their independence.
Yeah.
Um, we did a lot of even the music is shaped different because of the Arvanite culture, Albanian culture, and and a lot of people, unfortunately, because fun fact, I don't know if you know this, but in 1899 the Arvanites wanted to have make Greece and Albania unified one country.
Really?
Yes, but due to conflicts and the Greeks saying, because back then it wasn't you're Albanian, I'm Greek. Back then it was you're Muslim, I'm Christian.
Oh yeah, yeah. The whole
Oh,
religious divide.
exactly. And back then, like even 200 years ago, by the way, Greeks wouldn't even call themselves Greeks. They would call themselves Roman. I'm Romeos. I'm Roman.
Or Orthodox.
Or Orthodox.
Yeah.
And the Greek identity wasn't really sealed in at the time.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah, but unfortunately, with the passing of time, the Arvanites kind of tilted and became more integrated in with Greece. And it was something that changed recently, the past 50, 70 years, where Arvanites are like, I'm a hardcore Greek. But for 400 to 500 years, they were proud of being Albanian. So
Wow.
the brainwashing that Greece did to them and all those things, and they were kind of upset with Albania because of Enver Hoxha. We had the communism
Oh
thing, and
yeah. Yeah.
Enver Hoxha wanted to spread communism in Greece as
Yeah.
well.
They're in the Greek Civil War.
Yeah, exactly. Bravo. And that was a conflict that kind of made Greeks say, okay, we got to really step it up here in
My
education.
goodness. And it's like, and you mentioned that religious divide, and I'm just like, I'm also seeing Albanians in the diaspora getting confused of like religion with Albanians because one thing that Albanians that I say that the world can learn a lesson on is our tolerance of religions, where our historical factors, especially during the Rilindia Comptar, vowed national unity over religious divide. Judge Fista said that he will burn his cross and make bullets to defend Albanian Muslims. Isa
Yes.
Bolitini said he would rather kill another Muslim than another Albanian.
Yep.
And we cannot forget the whole poem, Pashkovasa, Omosh Shipni, that whole poem calling out religious divides and asking us to unite as Albanians.
I'm in. But that's the beauty about being Albanian, my friend.
Yeah.
It's about we are followers. True Albanians are followers of Besa.
Besa bes.
We believe in hospitality. We believe in the same blood. If you're Muslim or you're Christian, as long as you're Albanian, we are brothers and sisters. We should not divide for silly conversations for religion. If you believe Jesus is God, that's no problem.
That's
You're
your
Al-
thing.
it's your thing. It's your personal thing. But nowadays, a lot of youngsters as well talk a lot of smack, like, "Oh, you are a Turk Albanian, or oh, you're a Christian traitor, or stuff like that. It's like, and
why?
Some of them hate on Skanderbeg. Be like, oh, first of all, Skanderbeg wasn't really a Christian, by the way. Skanderbeg went back to Albania to reclaim his land as prince and become the great guy, the great hero he was for the sake of nationalism.
Yeah, like they will hate on Skanderbeg, but still fly the flag with his coat of arms.
Literally, we use his flag.
Our eagle, that's his coat of arms.
Exactly. And yeah, a lot of people fail to know that, like Skanderbeg asked help from the Pope. The Pope unfortunately passed, and the army thing couldn't be settled. But Skanderbeg didn't care if you're a Muslim or if you're a Christian. What he cared about is saving the nation, destroying the oppressor, which was the Ottomans, and making us an independent state. Because I never say to me, when someone says, when was Albania's independent? I never say 1912. Never. I always say 1443. That was the first true Albanian independence.
First true Albanian over Krui. 1912 was when we when we broke from Ottoman occupation.
Yes.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I had something in mind, but I was so like hyped up, about it that I completely forgot what I was gonna say. But it's like, especially with me, like sure, I come from like a Muslim family background, but I never really saw myself as like a Muslim, like as somebody from the Middle East or something. I mean, heck, even back in Kosovo, like people that self-identify as like secular Muslims, like they don't follow it to a strict. We drink, we smoke, we do whatever.
Yeah, we do, and look, my family has I predominantly from my dad's side Muslim people, and from my mom's side Muslim background. But now my family is basically half Christian, half Muslims. Mm-hmm. Now we get along with each other because we don't think about that in that way.
Yeah.
I think there's a problem when you confuse religion with culture. For example, if you start doing the culture that the Ottomans have or the Arabs have, and you consider that Islam, that's when we have a problem, right?
Yeah.
Or if you act Italian and think that's Christianity, that's not Christianity.
Yeah, it's like what?
Yeah, it's basically, I'm an Albanian Muslim. My culture and my ethnicity, my background is Albanian, but this is my personal religion that I follow.
Yeah.
That's how people should see it. Or Christians, same thing. So I don't think they should bring the outside in. When it comes to culture, at least.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, with other Albanians, I'm just like, I just introduce myself as, hey, I'm another Albanian, man. Shqiptarium, Qashul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and when people ask me, it's like about certain holidays, and they realize they don't celebrate, like they get confused. I'm just like, oh, that's a religious holiday. That's not an Albanian holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I have a background. I have a Muslim background. I don't consider myself a Muslim because I don't do the 5 pillars of Islam.
No,
so I think
neither do I. I don't
exactly. So I don't think it's fair for me to say I'm Muslim.
No,
but even though I have a Muslim background, my whole family would still celebrate Christmas. Yeah. Christmas. Well, it's technically a pagan holiday, not a Christian holiday, but I still celebrate Christmas. Why not? What's wrong with it? Yeah. I'm not a bad. We're not doing anything bad. We all should be getting along. Yeah. We all should be getting.
I mean, heck, when I was in Kosovo during the holidays, the last time I went during the winter, there was Christmas festivities all over Pristina.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially like the whole like disconnect and confusion of that, like especially seeing it with the diaspora, that really shows like, okay, we need to start educating our generation, also the future generations, a lot more of what's going on. Because early when you mentioned hospitality, just remember the thing I was going to talk about. Where does Albanian hospitality come from? It comes from the Kanon.
Yes.
My favorite line in the Kanon. Buk, kryp, zemër.
Bravo, yeah.
And I know it's from the Kanon because I have a copy in my room.
Good. I wish I had a copy too. That's good.
Hey, you're going to Pristina, go to Dukacin bookstore.
100%.
Yeah, it's right on the shesh, so.
Oh, yeah? Okay, good. But yeah, we definitely need to. I mean, it's the parents' job to educate
Yeah.
their kids, especially when you're outside of Albania, even inside of Albania. Albania doesn't hold on to Besa anymore.
Yeah.
Besa has gone. Kosovo, from what I saw, it's a little bit different, but in Albania, Besa is going away, and it's starting from the south and central Albania. It's
Yeah.
slowly going away, which is not good.
Yeah. And
Um,
you mentioned like from the south, like when I went to high school with one southern a girl from southern Albania, but she didn't really communicate. In fact, we only spoke in English, even though I wanted to speak to her in Albanian, and she was born there and grew up there.
yeah,
And I'm just like, why? Another Albanian just like you. Sure, I may be from Kosovo, but we're still the same nation.
yeah.
Like, se nuk keni qef me fol pak.
This is it is a disappointing thing about the South, and not everyone from the South is like this,
Yeah, I mean,
but
there's famous Southern Albanian patriotic figures. My favorite, Kerçi Topuli.
exactly. But the modern Southern Albanians, especially the young generations, and when I say young generations, I'm talking from all the way back when communism was created.
Oh,
Uh, com- when I say young, I'm talking historically young.
yeah,
Like the time when Topuli was alive, that's a different. We had patriotism back
yeah,
then. Now, when communism came over, most of the people that don't recognize Kosovo, by the way, and if you went up to them and said, "I'm from Kosovo," they would say, "You're not Albanian. You're a wannabe Albanian, but you're not Albanian."
yeah. They would
And
call
those
us a Yugoslav.
exactly, and those people mostly are from the South. Predominantly, the ones who say that are the ones that have either communist parents and grew up in a communist mentality, because
Ah,
communist Albanians, not only do they not like people in Kosovo, but they don't even like their own people that are in the country. If you're not a communist, they have a sick mentality. They are a cancer to the community. That is why this social party with communist ties should not have
yeah.
existed. They put
Because,
strict rules.
you want to know where Verhoeven's from? He's from the South. In fact, get this: when he got into power, he changed the standard Albanian to make it more Southern because it was supposed to be, predominantly Geg.
Yeah, because Geg is the right way and the original way, rather, of Albanian. That is how even my dad used to say. The way we speak Albanian, because for me, I wouldn't say I speak Tosk. I'm in the central Albanian. We speak
Yeah,
like the average Albanian, basically,
yeah, the
that you hear
intermediate
on the news.
dialect.
Yeah, yeah. But Geg is the original way of speaking.
Uh huh.
That's how our ancestors spoke, you know. But time changes, history changes, and if we as Albanians do not teach ourselves history and we do not read the books, we are going to accept everything anyone says. We become brainwashed, and our culture slowly
Yeah,
divides.
and it's like people question me, it's like, why do you study so much of Albanian history, even other Albanians? Actually, it's like because it's important. I mean, and and once you learn about it, you can see it like everywhere. Like get this, like the modern adaptation of the Shqiponi on our flag. If you count, and this is gonna sound really crazy, there's 25 feathers. Those feathers each represent a victory that Skanderbeg had. That's each one of his victories. Yeah, that's a hidden meaning. And speaking about Skanderbeg, people, I mean, that whole religious argument, which I think that's BS. He fought for Albanians. He also fought against certain Italians that didn't like him. Fought against the Venetians and beat them. His famous letter is to I'm not sure which Italian lord, but he literally dissed him. It was like, "Why are you running away from so-called sheep?" Which honestly, that is one of the most badass letters you could write.
Yeah, yeah. He was the true king of Albania.
Yeah.
He was the true king of Albania. No front to King Zog and his history, but Skanderbeg was. No one compares to him.
Yeah, I mean,
What
King
he did.
Zog was a weird figure. First of all, insane chain smoker, but also second ever ruler in history to survive the most assassination attempts. He even shot at his own assassins, yet we still got occupied by Italy.
Oh, and fun fact: he was also banned from purchasing a Bugatti.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, so apparently the owner of Bugatti at the time, they were making luxury cars, and he wanted to purchase one because he had a lot of money, all that gold.
Yeah.
Um, But when he went to the Bugatti house, they were so disgusted by his table manners that they said, "You're not buying one of our cars. You're getting out of here."
What?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's a true story, but I've heard that. So
Oh, oh my goodness. I just have one thing to say about those Bugatti people.
Oppa Sicari!
But yeah, that is insane right now. Man, blocked from buying a Bugatti.
yeah, yeah, and but you know, Albania at his time was much better off than it was during communism times. And a lot of people will say, "What are you talking about? During communism, we had more education, more schools were opened." Um, Let me tell you something. When King Zogu was king in that monarchy, we had a lot of open airports. People were dressed very professionally. Schools were very Albanian based, and they were slowly growing. And a lot of communists will say, if it wasn't for communism, this wouldn't have happened. But in fact,
Yeah.
if communism never happened, Albania would have evolved even better.
Mm-hmm.
It would just taking time. We just started from the independence that we had from the Ottomans. We just started. So you had to give that system more chance.
Yeah.
And you know, communism's. You know, I'll give this to communist people. Communism and Enver Hoxha did in fact keep their promise, which is we're going to make everybody the same, and they did make everybody equally poor.
Yeah.
They made everybody the same.
Yeah.
They did.
And it's like with that whole like literacy rate, there was already Albanian newspapers there at the time. I mean, heck, you could. I mean, one of my favorite newspaper highlights was when Avni Rustemi assassinated Asad Pasha. Like,
Yep.
like you can find old newspaper clips from Koha.
Yeah. Propaganda, man. It's propaganda.
Yeah.
Communism created propaganda.
Yeah.
Like back then, here's a funny one too. Back then they would make a lot of films, and films in every film you would produce in communism, you had to write a line saying "Roft Partia Comunista" or "Roft Partizan" or
Yeah.
something. And there was this film because Bali Komtar, which
Yeah.
was the nationalist front of Albania,
Medhat Frashri.
they would, you know, we had with them, with Bali Komtar, people would eat mish, pul, all those things. We would have a good life.
Yeah.
Communism in their films, especially this particular film, I forgot the name, but there's this scene where they said, these weirdos are basically eating chicken because they're weak. We, the true men, we eat cornbread. We eat bread. This is what we do. They were propaganda to the max, my friend.
Wow. Unbelievable. And it's like, especially with that lack of patriotism, like, a part of me is think of this fear as like communism was so bad it kind of like took away the joys of being patriotic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah. Now where I start to understand more why people from Shqipni are as patriotic as us in Kosovo, but it's like communism is over. We now have access to the real history of our people.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Communism was really the beginning of the death of Albania.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Because, and by the way, you couldn't practice a religion. You couldn't do that. Their philosophy was completely stupid. I mean, look, Yugoslavia was a communist state, but Tito was a smart man.
Yeah.
Enver Hoxha was not a smart man.
No.
So Enver Hoxha's philosophy is, we're going to take the rich people, we're going to tax the crap out of them, and then we're going to spread the money, which they didn't, but we will make everyone the same.
Yeah.
Now, so you're telling me, your logic in this is the people that have companies and are offering jobs to everyone else, what you want to do, you want to tax them over 50%, make it impossible for them to not only grow their business, but also they will have to kick out everybody else that works for them.
Yeah.
Simply because he was afraid of power. Or if he needed educated people, what he would do is he would imprison them, and now he has free labor workers. Oh, I need a doctor, but I cannot pay a doctor. Let's jail that guy. He's now the doctor of the state. And so on. So they did a lot of bad things back then, and I'm happy communism is over, but unfortunately their children's children have our parliament in their hand.
Yeah.
So we need to stop that.
And it's like, you know, going back to Yugoslavia, like this is, we're not praising Tito because all of the crap he did with Kosovo,
of course.
And the whole, you know, secret police with the UDBA and such. Because the problem with Yugoslavia is like a lot of pro-Yugoslavs claiming everybody was equal. It wasn't equal. They were very racist. Who were they racist to? Non-Slavics. Who is not a Slav? Us. And you want to know how messed up that got? Even when Kosovo got autonomy in the 70s, when we were able to have Albanian press, TV, radio, all that stuff, even during like late 80s, early 90s, before Milosevic took it away, where we were able to have, you know, classic Albanian comedies such as Treshi Pashesh on Pristina television. Guess who didn't have those same rights? Albanians in Prešev, Montenegro, and in Macedonia.
Yep.
They were pretty much third class citizens. It was de facto an apartheid system.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But at least, you know, at least to me, I'm like, well, at least I know who my enemy is. And the enemy is Serb. So when you're in Albanian communism, you're like, I am being shot by my own people. I am being executed by my own people. My women are being violated by my own people.
Yeah.
You're being stabbed by your own brother. At least, you know, when you have a Serb, you're like, okay, the Serb is here to kill me. They don't like me. He's my enemy.
Yeah.
But with Albanians, you're like, the biggest betrayal is what Enver Hoxha and his party did.
Yeah.
Biggest betrayal. Mm-hmm. Terrible things.
That is probably one of, if not the darkest period of our history.
Oh, yeah.
And one way that you could discover is when Top Gear did an episode of Shqipni, they talked about the bizarre ways Hoxha would jail people. Did it have a spoon in a cafe? Labor camp. Ask why Greece has a lighthouse? Labor camp.
Yeah. Yeah, it was terrible.
It was messed up. It was bizarrely fucked up. It was fucked up, pretty much.
It was. That's a perfect use of words. That's what it was. It was fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I cannot believe it, because, yeah, like, especially, like, learning about that dark period, I'm just like, my goodness. Like, it opened up a new door. It's like, okay. That is crazy, because, like, and even with Kosovo, like, albeit former Yugoslavia, like, then, once Yugoslavia broke up, it was getting worse, especially with Kosovo and, you know, the ethnic persecution, when they shut down Albanian media and such.
Oh yeah, it was terrible, and we really have to take the words seriously. Never forget, never forgive.
Yeah.
Because I have noticed that some young Albanians that are Kosovo are now showing things like, oh, it's okay to be friends with a Serb because they didn't support it. No. That's not okay. Never forgive, never forgive, and never forget means you never forgive it, you never forget it. Why? Because they are horrible, terrible stories that I would not like to say on this podcast, but they're horrible stories of what the Serbs have done to babies, to women, to elders. We as Albanians never did that.
No.
But there are documents of what the Serbs did, and how did they get away with it is by calling it ethnic cleansing, not a genocide.
No.
Yeah, but somehow those guys got away with it.
Mm-hmm. Heck, I even saw a video of the former Serbian foreign minister where he fell out with Milosevic, because he was even calling Milosevic out for his crimes. Like former Serbian foreign minister Vuk Drašković, who Milosevic tried to kill, by the way, by assassinating him in his car. Even he admitted that the Serbs were effed up, and he acknowledged Kosovo is no longer Serbian.
Yeah. So that's the problem. I hope we can. Actually, no, I do not hope Kosovo. Well, this is my take, by the way. I don't know if you agree with me here.
Okay, go.
But if you do not agree with me, please be patient, please. Okay. So my thing is, because a lot of people speak about the unity that needs to happen between Albania and Kosovo, and I say that Kosovo should not join Albania right now. The reason for why I say that, and I love Kosovo. I love Kosovo more than Albania because the people of Kosovo, they are true Albanians. Now, the reason why I say that is this. The Albanian government is so corrupt. Not that the government of Kosovo also has its own corruption, but it's nowhere near like how it is in Albania. Albanian government is so evil and so corrupt that if Kosovo was to join Albania, I guarantee you right now that cancer would spread to Kosovo.
Yeah.
What needs to happen is this. Albanians in Albania, we need to figure out, excuse my language, we need to figure out our shit.
Yeah.
We need to fix up our country, and then we need to join with Kosovo immediately. But for now, we're not going to hope that people in Kosovo are going to fix our country. That's not how it works. We have to fix our own country, we have to fix our own mess, and we have to go. Then we have to unite with Kosovo, with our brothers. But until then, this might take. I don't know if you agree or disagree.
Honestly, I agree with that take. I mean, and even if it's gonna happen like sooner than what it would be if that was the case, if it does happen, like the government in Tirana has failed Albanians. I wouldn't trust a Kuven in Tirana. I would rather trust one in Pristina. And some people are like, "Oh, you're just a biased Pristina." It's like the Kuven in Pristina is more honest, and honestly. Sure, there's corruption in Kosovo, but it's also the same as like corruption here in the U.S.
Yeah,
it's everywhere you go, there's gonna be corruption, but in Kosovo, at least something is happening where people are being taken accountable for it.
Yeah, brother, people might call you biased, but let me tell the people that are listening, I am Albanian from Albania. I would rather have people of Kosovo running my country than Albanians in Albania.
Oh my gosh, I get this. I have a friend from Kosovo. Shout out to Sani. I want to see you again soon. Hope we can meet up in Kosovo when we both are abroad this summer. But even him talking about what's going on in Shqipe, and was like, and he's from Kosovo in North Macedonia. He was like, why can Shqipe have Albin Kurti? Why can't he have Albin Kurti? Because Edi Rama selling away our land. You want to know what Albin Kurti does? He reaffirms control of North Kosovo. He took down illegal Serbian parallel institutes. First, it was illegal government. Took that down. Put up Republika Kosovo.
Bravo.
And he just did that with the rail stations in the north. No more Serbian rail. No. Infrakos. Infrastruktura hekurudet Kosovas.
Exactly. He's a much better leader. I mean, look, do they also exterior elite forces outside of the Balkans control him? Yes. But Kurti is 100 times better, if not 1,000,000 times better, rather, than Edi Rama will ever be or ever was.
Wow.
100%.
Yeah. And sure, you know, other people, because I'll make question like, oh, well, he's some sort of mad socialist. No, he is not that. Sure, his party's considered left wing, but left wing in Europe is not the same as being a left winger here. No. It is completely different. Because he also wants, you know, personal economic freedoms for people in Kosovo, for us. Honestly, especially like when Kurti, you know, took control. I would say 2021. Sure, he was prime minister in 2020, but then there was some corrupt stuff with LDK, and then the then Trump administration sticking their nose in and that whole stuff. But when Kurti regained control in 2021, development went up, and I saw it with my own eyes. Where now, if you're a diaspora, even not a Kosovo citizenship, you can still participate in the census. Yeah. He wants the diaspora to come back. And honestly, he is more competent than any of the previous Kosovo prime ministers, because sure, you know, a lot of the previous prime ministers, former UÇK, they may be heroes during the war, but going into politics, they were bad.
They were bad. I think people are hating them a little bit too much. I know they were politically bad, but you got to give them the respect that those were people that I don't think they would be corrupted easily because of the things they went through compared to politicians in Albania, for example.
Yeah, like I praise them as heroes during the war, but I question their political policies.
We're not built for everything, you know?
No, I mean, and people are talking about Hashim Thaci Hague. I respect him in the Uçaka and declaring our independence, but I didn't feel like he made enough progress than he should have when he was in charge.
Yes, I
Where
agree.
people forget Kurti, although he didn't fight, with a gun during a war, he was involved with the Uçaka. He was the assistant to Adem Demaci. He
Yeah,
was part
yeah.
of the Uçaka's political side. And then he was jailed by the Serbs, but then fortunately he got released. It's like,
Albin Kurti is definitely an amazing choice so far
yeah,
for overall. I hope other people follow his footsteps. I hope we get even better people,
yeah.
and Kosovo will really prosper, and especially Kosovo's military right now.
Oh my god.
We're
I
up
mean,
there, man. We're
yeah.
doing
I
good.
mean, I just heard we just bought some more weapons. I mean, heck, even like 2 years ago, Kurti's government he bought like over like 600 javelins.
Yeah, and now this time, if Serbs try to do something, this time we're armed to the bone.
And you want to know what he wants to do now? He wants to create a gendarmerie. Gendarmerian Kosovas.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we're doing a great job because, by the way, too, like I'm not sure, but we definitely have 5 to 10 times more active troops than Serbia has. Is that true?
I am honestly not sure because the thing with Serbia's military is like nowadays because they're under pressure because of their alliance with Russia. It may be a little difficult for them to procure weapons. And right now, Serbia is going through its own troubles because now people are protesting against Alexander Vucic for his corruption.
Well, yeah, that's yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, which I know there's other people have explained this in better detail, but it's like Kosovo is like more prepared now.
Oh yeah,
100%, and especially with the reaffirm, with the Kosovo government telling the world this is our territory, we control 100%, no less.
yeah, 100%, 100%. I'm just so proud of the progress after going through such a horrible, horrible time these past couple of decades. The progress that Kosovo has done, and I hope to God we end up changing. Because Kosovo, I don't like saying Kosovo. Kosovo is a Serbian name. It
Yeah,
means something like Blackbird or something. It's not Albanian. We have to do the minimum is to change the name to Dardani. That's what it deserves.
mm-hmm.
And even
Yeah,
better to join the country, Albania. But as we spoke earlier, Albania needs to fix their
yeah,
stuff first. But I would love to see that change from
yeah,
Kosovo to Dardani. I
and
would love to see.
and honestly, and to especially other Albanians, whether you know me or not, I just wanted you to do something. Just visit Pristina one day, even less than a day, and tell me what you see different. Because guarantee what you're gonna see there will blow your mind. And even if you think Pristina, oh, capital city, to get all the benefits, go to Prizren, go to Podijev, go to Pej, go to Jakov, go to Gilan, go to Mitrovic. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. You're gonna see something that will shock your mind.
And I can't wait. I can't also wait to visit those.
Man,
Definitely can't.
I can't wait to go there. I'll be there in less than 50 days. And man, I mean, it's good. Where even like now, non-Albanians are wanting to move to Kosovo. Like there's that famous Australian guy, Zach. Zach Dow. He was once an Australian blogger. He fell in love with Kosovo.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Nice.
And get this, when Shqipe played against Serbia in Tirana, he went to that game.
Oh,
Cheering
yeah.
for us.
Good.
Why?
Good.
But the only way he did it because he was in Kosovo. He was in Kosovo. There's also a Dutch guy, Stefan, I think. He was a Dutch guy. He was a humanitarian. He now lives in Kosovo now. Because he fell in love with it. And let me tell you, if that can happen to non-Albanians, I'm telling you, for us fellow Shqiptarët, look, go there and learn. Observe and learn what we've done with Dardania to make the change.
Oh man, I can't wait to go back either, man. I really need the vacation for sure. By the way, when are you flying there?
I'm gonna land in Pristina on July 14th.
Oh, July 14th. Ah, okay.
Will you
I was
still
gonna I was gonna say because I'm flying in on June 9th. And
Oh,
yeah, too early. But I wish I was gonna say like if we ended up going at the same time, we should have had a coffee there. But
I know. I wish as well. I mean, it's just my time is when I have to attend a wedding and at a certain time period, so that's why.
no, makes sense. Congratulations to whoever's getting married in your family.
Yep. So yeah. Well, I'll leave the U.S. July 13th. Time zone change, but then I'll be in Pristina on the 14th.
Yes.
Which thankfully I booked my ticket back in February. Whew.
Oh, that was something that I didn't do, unfortunately, because
Well, to be fair, the only reason why I booked it that early was I was using my airline miles, and I had just gotten enough at that time. So I only ended up paying $163 round trip.
get out of here.
I kid you not. That
Oh my
because
God.
I only had to pay the tax after I used my miles.
Wow.
Although it gave me the most complicated flight paths you could think of. Instead of
What are
one,
you talking?
normally I would just have one stop, but I have two stops now.
Oh,
And those stops, oh, guess where they're at?
where?
To go to Pristina, I gotta stop in Greece and Turkey.
Oh, wait, what? You have to do a stop in Greece, then Turkey, then Kosovo?
Yeah, that was the cheapest with miles.
Oh man, that is complicating. Oh my God.
And then the return path, I got two stops in Germany because for the same reasons.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, because if you're wondering who I booked it, I did book it through United because I use United miles because they're the cheapest at the moment for flights to Kosovo to use. Cheapest miles to use to go to Kosovo. Other than Lufthansa, but none of my cards moved to Lufthansa.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever? There's this other. I think they're partnered with Lufthansa. It's called Condor Airlines. Ever
oh,
heard of that?
I don't think they're partners with Lufthansa. They're another German airline.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. Lufthansa's partners. Lufthansa partners are actually a Swiss and Austrian,
Ah, I didn't know that.
which I flew them last time, and then I got delayed in Zurich.
Oh no, that
Well, to
sucks.
be
I know.
fair, it wasn't their fault. There was a big IT crash.
Ah,
Yeah, but yeah, that's my flight path. And I'm just like, heck, I only paid $163, and then I realized I had extra miles, and then I upgraded most of my seats.
well, that's good.
I mean, to
That's
be
good.
fair, I've been there 2 years, and some of my miles on other accounts were going to expire. I was like, I should use them and not let it go to waste.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
So
I'm happy to take advantage of that.
yeah, and for the other seats I'd upgraded, it was only like what, a $30 upgrade.
That's not
Nothing.
bad.
Heck, it's still less than $200.
Yeah, 100%. Jeez, that's so cheap though. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, the power of airline miles, points, and loyalty programs. It only took me 3 years of saving them.
I gotta be making smart moves like that now. I gotta start moving like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Although the only problem is I do have some tight connection times. But
It is.
which going there, the only tight connection is Istanbul, which I know that airport. I could jog through. I was able to make a 5-minute connection once.
Good.
Yeah. It was like 3 years ago. I landed in Istanbul after getting delayed in Chicago. Left the plane. Only realized I got 5 minutes till last call ends. So I sprinted. Somehow I still made it to the flight. My bags, not the same.
Wait, really?
No, I had to wait 10 days to get all my baggage.
No. Oh, that's terrible.
2 days later, I got my first check bag, but I had another check bag because it was for free. I had to wait 10 days since I got to Pristina. Fortunately, the return flight, I still got all my bags on time.
Good. That's good.
But thankfully, this tight connection is only like what, like a little over an hour.
Yeah. Wait. Speaking of airlines, I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I feel like I've heard that they would have done a non-stop flight from JFK to Albania. Is that true?
Yes, and from what I heard at the time, it's supposed to be Delta that's doing that.
Ah.
But the thing is, I want one that goes to Pristina as well.
It should be doable. It should be doable.
It should be doable. I mean, Pristina, honestly, Pristina should also get on that because now more people are flying to Kosovo right now. More airlines are flying to Pristina. It's like, yeah, they should like have it where we do have non-stop flights from the U.S.
Yeah. Oh man.
But right now, my only option is to stop somewhere in Europe first, then go to Pristina. Because one problem is I'm not flying from New York. I'm flying from Chicago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, and that adds a whole nother layer of flight booking where my options are less.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't think about that. Yeah, you're right with that. Oh
yeah,
man.
because JFK, that's like a big hub for American and I think Delta, but Chicago is a united country.
Yeah.
And so my options are flying United and all the other partner airlines in Star Alliance. That's my only option to get a Kosovo. Flying from the U.S. is fly one of the Star Alliance airlines, which is right now for one. If you want to stick to one airline, that's Swiss, Austrian, and Turkish, and Lufthansa.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
And I only know this because I wanted the cheapest ticket.
Well, of course, don't we all? Don't we all? But yeah, man, I going back to Pristina, another thing that kind of blew my mind. I was there with my girlfriend, and she said, I think it was July 4th of July, and I was like looking at everywhere American flags and everything.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what's going on here? She's like, oh, we celebrate 4th of July in honor of America. And I'm like, what? I did not know this. She's like, yeah. I said, what? And since then, I've been telling everyone at work and school that we celebrate 4th of July. And they're like, what? I didn't know that. I was like, yeah.
And to clarify, your girlfriend isn't Albanian. She's American, right? Or
no, she is Albanian from Kosovo.
Oh.
But she resides in Germany.
Ah.
Yes.
Wait, where in Kosovo is she from?
Pristina.
So, yeah. In fact, when I was telling people at school, oh yeah, we have a statue of Bill Clinton, they just like,
yeah.
Huh? Wait, what?
You know what's funny to me? It's crazy how corrupt things are, because if America was smart, they would be like, who are we even calling our greatest ally? The real person we should be calling our greatest ally is Kosovo. The crazy amount of support for America is insane.
Yeah, and it's like for the Americans trying to understand that just because you helped us win our war of independence, and that's why we celebrate you. We don't really care that much about your politics. We just like you.
Yeah.
That's why we have like Bill Clinton, George Bush. Heck, I even saw Trump one there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, somebody put up a Trump banner near Bill Clinton.
Oh man, I didn't
Which
see that.
I'm just like, okay, wait, what? Okay, that's
well,
a little bit too much, but
yeah,
but it's
the
like,
deal.
Yeah, but it's like, but there's also other monuments to American figures, Madeleine Albright, Bob Dole. Heck, even an American guy opened a donut shop in Pristina called Taste of America.
Taste of America. Oh, I might visit.
Hey, get this. He speaks Albanian with like a southern U.S. accent. I think. Or a Midwestern accent. Think of a Midwestern guy trying to speak Albanian.
I think my brain is so confused to even process that right
now. I know. I couldn't believe it, but it's called Taste of America.
Wow. I definitely will visit Taste of America. I got to write that down. Taste of America.
Yeah. Honestly, and when I told my friends, they just couldn't believe it. Like, they was like, shut up. And then I showed a picture, and I was like, shut up. You weren't fucking kidding.
Yeah. Ah, man. That would be pretty cool, though, to have the full support of America and be called the greatest ally.
Yeah.
We
sport. We have a job to do.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that always throws off people when I'm just like, wait, what the? And then I tell the history, and I was like, okay, wow. Because I don't know any other country that really does that.
None.
None.
Who's the real? If you think about it, no country supports America. They're either scared of America, think America is a joke, but they can't do anything about it. We are the only true country that are like, we fully support you.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah.
that a great thing? Maybe not, but
Not
for
it.
what they did, even if the intentions weren't really to save the people, well, you still saved us.
Yeah.
Thank you for what you did. We are the grateful to that. We're very grateful to that.
Yeah. And it's
And
like,
then
you see
you
it
know
in
what?
public life.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and
I was talking to a taxi driver, pulled the F. He said, if America's at war again, the soldiers can sleep in my house. There you go.
yeah, there you go.
And that's Podujeva.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's this Serbian podcast that passed on my feed on
Oh.
IG, and I was like, And he was saying how like Albanians are not Illyrians, all that bullcrap. Which when I used to have my channel, it's very easy to disprove with just facts and DNA. Disproves everything. DNA just shuts everyone's mouth. But when it comes to that podcast, he was saying how also Americans did terrible things to Serbia, and he cannot forgive America for it, and he hates America for it. And I'm like, wait a second. You have a podcast in America. You have an American citizenship, and you talking smack about America. Why didn't you, as a Serb, go back to your mother Russia land that you love so much? Why did you choose to come to America?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, and it's like sure people may question me of like I tend to criticize the U.S. at times, but I'm criticizing it was like, hey, I'm still living here. Can I still have it good?
Yeah.
I don't fully shit on the U.S. In fact, there's a lot of times where I praise the U.S. on certain things that people tend to forget it.
Yeah. I mean, even when we went back to the topic about moving back to our countries, I love the US. You don't understand this. I adore this country. I think this country stands, the true values of this country is
Mm-hmm.
for freedom and justice. But unfortunately, and I would have loved to live here the rest of my life, but unfortunately, because of the way America is going due to horrible and terrible leadership through corruption,
Yeah.
this country does not hold its values anymore. And that is why I really want to go back when I reach the age
You
of
know
40,
what?
45.
Now that you mention it, the same reasons why people have left Albania is here now.
Yeah.
Incompetent, corrupt leadership, and people are already leaving.
Yeah. But here's the difference, though, between Albanians like us and Albanians
Yeah.
from Albania. Albanians like us are getting educated. We have a different mindset. We have a different financial power than someone that lives in Albania. Obviously,
Yeah.
they don't make. The reason why they're leaving not because they don't love the country, but because they're so broke that they're seeking a new future. We are leaving not because we're not leaving for a bright future. We're leaving. We know how the future is going to look if we go to Albania or Kosovo, but
Yeah.
we go there because we want to improve and better the country.
Yeah.
So there's two different sides to the
Yeah.
story about.
But the root of it is similar, or
Yes.
more or not less the same.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Honestly, if it gets worse in the U.S., I'm gonna take my knowledge and bring it back home and prove to the people who doubted me. It was like, what, you wouldn't let me fix it here, so I decided to fix it back home, and now you're jealous. Well, then whose fault
Yep.
is that? That's your fault.
100%. Yeah, yeah. And as I told you in the beginning of the podcast, if I would choose to live in a crappy country, it might as well be my own. So, exactly. Yes,
I'm showing my passport, my Kosovo passport.
Yeah, I still have my Albanian one too. Yeah.
I mean, funny enough, when I was born in Illinois, instead of saying like U.S., they just wrote the town that I was born in on the passport. But my residence is still pretty sheen. Yeah, because for some reason Kosovo only puts the town name.
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't really matter technically on international standards. You don't need to have a place of birth on a passport.
Yeah.
But it's like I just find it kind of hilarious.
No, yeah, of course, and I'm happy you actually. It shows true patriotism right there, having that
I
passport
mean,
with
heck,
you.
oh yeah, even in my wallet, I still have my Kosovo ID in it.
Get out of here!
I still have it in my wallet. I
Wow.
mean, with the amount of snap elections going on in Kosovo, I needed to use this to register online to vote.
Yeah,
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 because fortunately with Kosovo, we can vote by mail.
yeah. We can do that too for
Yeah,
Albania.
but it was
Fortunately,
only a recent thing.
about what?
But wasn't it like just recently they allowed it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like Kosovo's been doing this for a long time. In fact, they even made it easier. Register online. They mail you your ballot, and instead of mailing it back to Kosovo, you just mail it to the consulate.
Oh,
Yeah, they made it easy, and not only that, cheaper for us to vote because now we get to pay less postage.
even better, even better. And
Heck, when I,
what is your opinion about people that say you should not have a right to vote because you live outside of the country? What do you say to them?
people that live outside of a country can see can bring in progress, but for us to bring that progress, we also have to do it on the political level. And if we find somebody that can bring that level of progress that we see abroad, we should also have a say in that. And
Fair.
also, what about the remittances we keep sending back home? The money we keep sending back home. We're a big, we fund a lot of stuff back. So when we send money to our relatives, they use that to promote the fuel local economy, which also increases the tax revenue. So we're indirectly funding projects back home.
I really like asking that question to people, and I really love your answer. That's a very good answer. Good.
Yeah, we fund a lot. We should have a say. Simple as that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And heck, and I still want to vote because heck, I want to move there one day. I gotta have a say. It's also the
Oh
same. It's also the same with the local elections in Pristina last year. I also voted in that as well.
wait, the local elections, really?
Yeah,
Oh
you
wow.
can vote by mail with that as well.
Oh, that's very good. That's awesome.
They
I
made
didn't
it
know.
real easy. I registered online, voted for the Pristina Assembly and Mayor. Then it went into a runoff, voted again. So, but heck, I still gave my voice on what I want to happen to my city. It's my city. Pristina, mare.
Good, good,
I
very good.
mean,
That's a
my slang term. I mean, although there is a joke in Pristina that Pristina culture is also influenced by law because half of people from Podievo work in Pristina. So, because Pristina and Podievo were pretty much sister cities.
I wasn't very aware of that.
So especially when I speak Albanian, it's Pristina Lapion. It's like it's that sort of like mix.
Oh man, I really can't wait to go back. I
Uh,
really can't.
which that whole Pristina influence, especially when I'm talking to Albanians from other regions, is like they get confused when I use certain slang terms.
Well, I mean, we're not from there, you know.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. I mean, heck, even like with Albanian comedy gags, like on the old show Cafena Ayon, there was this joke about the suburb of Matichan, which, funny enough, I live on the border between Matine and Matichan. Because they had this running gap because Matichan is supposed to be seen as like a weird area of Pristina. Every time its name gets mentioned, people laugh.
well, I mean, we have the similar
Yeah.
things back home as well. Like in Lushnja, our area, we are known to speak like we kind of speak like this. We speak loud and we speak like this. Excuse me if you're wearing headphones, by the way, whoever it is. But we speak like Chabanare, Mgakuye. That's how we speak in Lushnja, you know. But where so you guys are from, it's more of like
I notice, especially with southern dialects, it's more like nasally. But it's like, okay, now I'm gonna start doing this. But especially like with Kosovo, it's more like speaking from the chest.
Yeah,
So,
well, if you think what I said is nasally from central Albania, I can't wait for you to hear someone from Sarand. you know, they.
hey, I've heard people from Korch, so
Oh, you have? Okay, well, there you go.
yeah. I mean, there's even like a comedy gag on the show Portugal where a couple Kosovars go to Korch. Like,
Fun.
yeah, in fact, it was like two of the guys from the comedy trio, from the old comedy trio Stupzat.
Yeah.
Where they did a gag where they meet a guy from Korch and they were having dialect issues. Where the guy goes like, "Ay, mira!" And the guys goes like, "Chapo, can you anymore?"
Oh man. Wait. Oh, you know what else is crazy? I grew up saying that people of Jakov are real manly men, but then my girlfriend said, "What? No." She said, "What are you talking about? That's the opposite thing."
Once you said that, I immediately knew. Because for people who are not from Kosovo, there's a stereotype with Jakov. It's the gay town.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's always a stereotype that Jakov is gay.
But why?
Honestly, I don't even know myself. I know they have a funny way of speaking. Like I basically my idea of Jakov dialect is from like the character Chumeo, where it's like when they speak, they're like, "What you say, my chabonia, you mean
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. God, I wonder what you guys think about us then.
Honestly, most of like the like city stereotypes in Kosovo, it's about other cities in Kosovo as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually, now that you say that, you're so right. Every time I've spoken about like something good about Ferizaj or Prizren or whatever, my girlfriend is like, "Huh, it's not better than Ina. Pristina is the best."
I mean, to be fair, we are seen as city snobs. I will take that, by the way. Although I did hear other rivalries like about especially like in football and such, where I think it's like Rahovets doesn't like. I forgot. Rahovets doesn't like what was it? No. Yeah, Rahovets they don't like. Jeez, what was it? Suarek or something like that, or like
Oh,
other cities like not like each other. Like it, either it's like cultural difference or even like sport rivalries.
I know. I mean, it happens. It happens with everybody. It's a funny thing, those stereotypes. But
Yeah, but yeah, but the Jakov one is probably the most hilarious out of all of them.
you see, but we never knew it because we're so like apart from Jakov and
Yeah,
never knew it.
honestly, I just want to know funny stereotypes of certain Albanian cities, like.
I mean, well, the stereotype with Lucia is that they kind of call us rabbits, which is kind of funny because we were one of the places that sent the most people that fought with the Uchaka for
Really?
Kosovo.
Wow.
Yes, and we're pretty tough people, but I think because of the extreme way of saying "ore" or stuff like that, they're like, we have that, which is normal. Which is normal, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting, because I know several people from Kurcha, but I don't know any stereotypes about Korch. Do you know any?
I don't know any, but I do know like some southern regions of Lore or other places. Like we make fun of the way they talk. We also say it's kind of like gay because like some will "Pochaban mo, pokuveda mo."
Okay, that one I understand. Like especially like the different like northern and southern Albanian men. There's always a stereotype. Oh, southern Albanian men sound so feminine, yet and the northern men are like burly mountain pure guys.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like there was this, it was like a meme from this guy from Tropoy.
yeah. But it also has to do with like the dialect itself,
Yeah. Also,
because the
but
way you pronounce certain words, it requires a different tone. It comes
yeah,
out different.
yeah,
Like if you were to speak Albanian with my dialect, your voice would naturally go to that. If I was to speak the Geg dialect, especially the Geg from Kosovo,
yeah,
I I would obviously use more deeper tone,
yeah.
depending on
But
word.
also, in fact, some people say Kosovo voice is so deep that you can hear the deepness in some of the women in Kosovo.
That is very true.
I-
And I have to say this, no offense to the people of Kosovo, but I'm happy and very happy that my girlfriend does not talk to some women I've heard from Kosovo. That's all I'm going to say.
I will say there is some women, especially Prishin, the way that they speak sounds. It, ugh, if you see the like, there's a meme of like, oh, the voice at Pristina Airport. I've met people, women from Pristina, who have that voice. I was like, attention, attention, passenger, honey.
He gave me how to wash spata. That was something like that.
Like, to me, they're trying to sound. I'm not sure if this is correct. They're trying to sound like Persian.
Oh yeah, kind of like the Iranians. You know,
Yeah,
Iranians?
they did like, oh, you're Persian or something like that.
Or the like the California Valley girl.
Oh
type
my
of,
gosh, yeah, that as well. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, volle normale morbred luna.
But you know, it depends where you're raised. It depends what do you call them? Like what's hip now? You know,
Yeah.
it's
Cooler, that sort of vibe.
yeah, exactly. So it all changes. I'm sure every country has a thing.
Yeah, but in my opinion, and yes, it's my city, but Pristina, we can be the worst at it at times.
You would know better than me. I can't speak on that.
I will say, I mean, most people, they will go to Shish Pristina. Trust me, once you go to Muharrem Feza, you'll see something.
All right, keep your word for it.
Yeah. I will say, Pristina can also be funny at times. Like with street names. Like one of my favorite streets is called Rugaba. It's just the letter B.
Yeah.
But although the name seems like, wait, what? It's actually a really fun place. Like that street, cafes, restaurants, all over.
Speaking of dialects, funny. I have a harder time understanding someone from Tropoi than I do someone from Pristina. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, and even worse, I would say for me, Albanians from Macedonia, not a lick.
Oh, okay, all right. Scratch what I say. Okay, Albanians from Macedonia speak the worst Albanian in my opinion. They're the most impossible to understand.
I can't.
And I'm saying this with a bunch of friends from Kochov because I can barely understand what people from Kochov are saying. No offense to the Kochovas I know, especially to my sister-in-law. No offense to you, but I can't grasp what you're saying.
Well, that's and you know what? It's like they especially the super traditional parts of Macedonia. There are Albanians like they do some like old Illyrian cultural stuff where
yeah, especially Kochova itself. Like they still practice like very old ancient Illyrian traditions.
Some of that is a little bit eerie for me, but
yeah. Cause like in the rest of the ethnic Albanian homeland, you don't really see that much. But honestly, still seeing them practice, I'm just like, wow, that's just amazing. I mean, big props to Kochova, the Greater Uskana area. I do love you guys about that.
But yeah, it's so beautiful the diversity we have within our people and our country. It's amazing, and I would love to meet like more Arbresh people.
Same.
Albanians from Malizi, or Albanians from Sanjak. You know, we have a lot of Albanians in Sanjak, and most of them are waking up now. You know, they're like, oh yeah, my ancestry is Albanian. So yeah, I want to meet more. Definitely, I've had enough of Arvanites. Arvanites have pissed me off to the maximum, but other ones, I definitely want to. I want to be.
Yeah. Honestly, I just like the direction we went. First, I shit on Control, then we all praise them.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's all funny games. I mean, we all love each other.
Of course, we'll love.
I mean, Sonny, if you're listening to this, please text me if you're willing to either come to Pristina or for me to come to Kochov. We need to have a good time. And I mean, I'm 22, and a lot of the Albanian friends around me are already getting married. And I still haven't even gotten out for a coffee.
Brother, you're 22.
Yeah.
Don't worry about a thing. What are you talking about? I'm 26. Okay,
Dude,
you're young.
Come to Northern Illinois. Albanians younger than me are already getting married.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
What is about the North that you guys get, especially Kosovo, you guys want to just quickly get it done?
Oh, it is a Kosovo. It's Macedonia.
Or Macedonia too.
It's more with Macedonia because even like Kosovars in the diaspora, they tend to wait quite a bit.
Because to us is like this. I mean, okay, well, actually, you know what? now that I'm thinking about it, if I had chosen a different career and I had started a profession, like at the age of 22, 23, then my parents would be like, okay, now it's time for you to get married. But because of the reasons of medical school, they're
Yeah,
like, well, finish school first and then think
yeah.
about that. So I guess it's circumstantial, it's the circumstances.
Yeah, but I tend to notice a lot, especially like my generation, and a lot more from the Macedonia Ilirda region. They tend to get married pretty quickly, and I'm just like, cool, say the coach catch bait more. It's like, congrats, but you're putting the
Yeah,
pressure on me now.
yeah. Now I have my own parents, telling me like, move. It's your turn.
Yeah, yeah, or it's like you had that one taste. I was like, hey, akijina no se, abadune no se achus. Or even as well, like my uncle be like, oh no no no, kijine famer.
I mean, for you, have you like tried to look, or are you now focusing more on like your career and all those
I've
things?
man, I've tried to look. I tried talking online. As njos skare, full minute cheek, ne moi du, ioikat.
I I understand you completely, and I think a lot of Albanian guys in the U.S. have same issues because I know I did. Um, I would, I mean, I remember going on dates, and I would usually do a coffee date in the beginning. I'm not
Yeah,
going to take you to extravagant dinner because I'm meeting you for the first time, but I would go on a meeting, a coffee meeting, and I would see what values that woman has, how she talks, how she presents herself, and a lot of them have been Americanized so badly
oh
that
yeah,
and some of them, I mean, even some that are more into the Albanian traditional side, I can't really blame them because I do express that I really want my parents to be with me when I want my parents to live with me. That's what I want. I'm
hmm.
the eldest son and the only son, so
Oh
I
okay,
have to take care of them. So a lot of women kind of get threatened by that or have a sense of fear, which is understandable. People want their own privacy. It makes
yeah,
total sense. But when it comes to other things like gender roles and all those things, like I've been a little bit disappointed from what I've heard. I've been a little bit
yeah.
disappointed. And but it's all about looking what's out there, seeing who's for you, and thank God I found the girlfriend that I have. God bless her. She's my heart and soul. She's amazing. So shout out to her.
Yay. Honestly, like I have very similar struggles. Like one thing is like I love my parents, but me and them realize I want to live somewhere else, but still be somewhat close to them. Although my ambition is moving, you know, to another continent, maybe little stuff, but thankfully they are supportive. They just want me to be happy.
Good, good. That's all that matters.
And also, I feel like, especially with our young generation, which I am starting to slowly notice, but we still need to work, is like also because also a lot of the mental health struggles. Thankfully, some of us are opening up to it. In Chicago, there's this wonderful Albanian doctor, therapist who is actually creating voices to actually have us open up to mental health more so we can feel better and not struggle as much. Because I'm telling you, I've struggled quite a lot with mental health. Fortunately, I've seen a therapist and things are going better. But I also feel like some of my values and interests are like especially with those Americanized, Albanians, and also I feel like a lot of the ones I see art don't really match the vibe, or they're just like material ones, like material
Yes,
girls, and I don't want that. And it's like I just want to be chill, relax. I want to hang out. I want to do stuff, but I also want to we also got to save up. It's like I know
yeah,
I'm not the richest guy. It's like I don't drive a Mercedes. Heck, I drive a Ford, and it's already like it's making a noise when I turn left. And it's like,
yeah.
but
I
I
mean,
can
look,
still give you a good time. Like, come on.
yeah. Well, look, materialistic women, fully materialistic
Yeah,
women, are children. They haven't
yeah,
matured yet. And for example, I'm an Albanian. The typical Albanian, what do we do? The first thing we want to do is buy a Mercedes. That's what our heart says to do.
yeah,
Now, in 2023, it was time for me to buy a new car, and I really wanted to have a new Mercedes. But because I'm going in medical school and I have different expenses. At the time, I was like, okay, maybe it would be smarter if I just get a Honda CRV, and it will last me until it's time for me to really get a nice Mercedes later on in the future.
Yeah.
So a lot of these women and men, by the way, because men are also like,
Oh
hey,
my gosh.
there's Albanians
Tell
I
me.
know that take huge loans for like Mercedes,
Yeah, and I was just like, why?
Yeah, why? You have to be smart with finances. And, it's not just Albanian girls, it's also Albanian men as well.
Oh yeah.
But that's what we need to learn, that for the Albanian men and women that are listening, when you start a relationship young, the point is that you and your man build a foundation together that is strong, so you can build this metaphorical house, right, which will never collapse, but will keep building together, keep building.
Yeah.
You support her, she supports you, and you both work as a team. I'm not talking about 50-50. Obviously, you want to cover most of the costs of the house, but for the beginning stages as a student, you have to have a woman that says, hey, we're a team, we're going to work
Yeah.
together, reach success together. And then you do your manly duties. You're like, okay, I pay the bills everywhere, I take care of the house, I pay the mortgage, I pay everything. Your things will go, your expenses to the savings or retirement stuff, whatever, you figure it out. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is something I want to do, but I haven't found somebody who has that same philosophy. And it's like, especially going to cars, like, it's like, sure, people do want to drive it, but it's like, I can't right now. I'm still in college. I'm having issues in my car, and I'm debating, it's like, should I pay to fix this problem or get a new car? Not the flashiest, but something that is affordable and will last.
100%.
In fact,
And that
I'm going through that dilemma right now because depending on how expensive it will take to fix this one issue with my car's like noise when I steer, it still drives, but it's like one of the like axles or stuff when you turn left,
oh,
it makes a
yeah,
creaky noise. If it costs too much, I may just sort of like swap it and get a new VW Jetta, which right now I found one for 25 grand.
yeah, they're pretty cheap, they're pretty good.
Yeah, and I heard the mileage is like 45 to the gallon.
Hell yeah, that you see, that's the type of car you got to get.
That's
And
what you should get. Get one that works.
yes,
You're safe
and
in
then
it, point A to point B, and then once you saved up, establish yourself, make yourself stable, then you can have fun.
exactly.
Because if
So
you want to have fun now, here's my opinion about having fun now. Don't forget that material stuff. I already bit the bullet with my 18 colognes. But the fun stuff is experience. Go for the experience. That's my
yeah,
fun.
that's what it's all about. And I always tell people, especially Albanian friends of mine, they joke around, Albanian Bosnian fans. They're like, "Hey, why don't you have this? Why don't you have that?" I say, "Listen, my time to show off will come, but not yet."
No.
So I
Yeah.
think all of the Albanians should have the mentality: build yourself up. And listen, if you are blessed enough and privileged enough to have parents that have big money, that's a different story. Then
Oh, yeah.
whatever, have fun with it. But for most of us, our parents are immigrants. We're technically first generation that is trying to study here in college and
Yeah.
and professional, get our doctorate degrees or engineering degrees or whatever. We're now starting. So build yourself, be smart, find a woman that supports you, and if you're a woman, find a man that is also smart financially, knows how to save. And once you reach a point where you both have a career certain, that's when you get to go on vacations, have fun, and so on. But
Yeah. It's like, sure, I don't have the flashiest of stuff, but heck, last summer I was able to go to 2 MLS games. So yeah.
yeah.
But yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so just even you, I would say don't if someone is pressuring you, like saying, "Oh, look what your cousin did" or whatever, don't pay too much attention. And I think you're the type of guy who already doesn't really care what the other people say. Uh, take the smart route and
Yeah.
save.
But yeah. Yeah, that is something honestly. Uh I'll talk about this for more time, but my goodness, we've been recording for 2 hours.
Wait, have we?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
But yeah, honestly, Petrit, thank you for coming on to the show. I can't wait, and I want to do another episode with you some other time. But man, you've been amazing.
Thank you, my friend. You've been amazing as well. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for this amazing episode and this amazing talk. And I hope in the future we get to do another one. And I hope I get to meet you in the future.
Yeah, and we can share and we can have a cigar together.
We can have a cigar together. Yes.
That has been another episode of Big Bobby's Macchiato. My name is Blaran Grajcivse, and I will see you next time in the studio. Peace out.